We topped our Europa League group pretty comfortably, which means we are going into the second round straight away, and we're about to find out who we are facing in today's episode, as we will be playing both leagues. We have a lot of decent teams in there: Arsenal, Bayern, Inter, Roma, but then a couple of teams we wouldn't mind getting as well. You know, Celtic, Cologne, Copenhagen. Let's hope we get one of those easier sides. So we're drawing it straight away. We haven't gotten Cologne, unfortunately. Can we get Celtic, though? We've got Celtic. Straight off the bat, we've come out very early, and I am happy with that. That is, Celtic are a decent side, but if you compare them to every other team in that competition, I think we've definitely pulled out an absolutely brilliant team to verse there. Playing the first and second league on camera today, and I'm feeling pretty optimistic. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 17th episode of the FM21 Jurgen Klopp Challenge with Brighton, where today we are facing Celtic in the second round of the Europa League knockout stages, and we're playing both leagues in today's episode, so it is going to be an incredibly important one, especially considering we are down in 6th place in the Premier League now, so we might not be getting Champions League football from the league. So if we can get it from the Europa League, that would be absolutely class. Also, what would be absolutely class would be you smashing the like button on today's episode, as well as subscribing if you haven't already to the Rax FM YouTube channel. Not seeing a like target today, seeing what you guys can do, but I think we should have a pretty high amount of likes today. It's a good episode. We've got great content coming your way, and a very intense 2 matches between a decent Celtic side. Let's not show them any disrespect, although I was very happy that we were drawn this side. They still have a lot of decent players in there. You know, Forrest, GT even is a great player. Danny Rose, I believe. Yep. They have good players. I just don't know half of them. So it's not me being disrespectful to Celtic. It's just me genuinely not knowing half their players. McGregor, he's good. I thought about signing him at one point, so he must be pretty half decent. Since last time we saw each other, it has gone back to a decent level of form. However, still not completely what we want from this side. A bit shaky here and there. We won this game against Burnley 3-2. Then we drew to Wolves in very unfortunate fashion because they had like 3 shots, man. Then we beat Sheffield United 4-0, and I thought that we were back on track. We were where we needed to be. But unfortunately, then we drew this game against Watford 1-1. Again, we dominated, but it just wasn't enough, unfortunately. But a goal in the last few minutes made sure that we did at least get a point and stay in the Europa League spot for another week. But for now, we need to focus ourselves on what is happening in the actual Europa League this season, and it is this game against Celtic. As I said before in the intro, there is a lot of good teams still in this competition. You've got Arsenal, you've got Leicester and Inter, both great sides. One of them will be going, though. RB Leipzig and Monaco, again, really good sides. Roma, Bayern, Leverkusen. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I just started uncontrollably coughing there. If they could get knocked out by Sporting, that would be absolutely brilliant. But aside from that, I feel like there is a lot of teams in there that we could actually beat. However, it's just a matter of who we will be facing in the next round and actually getting past the second round in the knockouts. And this is the team that we're using to try and do that. It is heavily rotated to try and make sure that we do have people completely match fit for this next game, which is just as important in the Premier League away from home. However, if we do need to actually come away with a win in the next game, I will be playing my best 11. But I still think this is a very solid one with Maupay, Salcedo, Ali, Mahrez, Ward-Prowse, Cooper, Miners, as well as Klein, Dunk, White, Bernardo, and our goalkeeper in between the sticks. So now, even with a rotated squad, we have a level of depth that means that we do still have a really good squad, even when we do rotate it, just like we have today. And I'm confident of the win. We're going to grab a win today, even away from home. It's more important in the home game, obviously, because away goals give you such an advantage if you manage to get them. Still back us, even though we don't have the crowd on our side, and even though in real life Celtic is an absolutely horrendous place to come to away from home, I do back us. But that's a shaky start, boys, and it's been a continuously shaky start over the last couple of weeks, and I'm not impressed by this start today. And instantly I'm moving back down to a balanced mentality. Positive has been serving us quite well recently. Every time that I try and go for a balanced mentality, it seems to lead to goals for them and very few opportunities for us. So I went positive and, you know, helped us create more opportunities and just not let them have the ball as much. But in this game, it doesn't seem like it's worked perfectly so far. So we've gone back down to balance, and now we have an opportunity. Didn't quite get the shooting chance before, but now we have it. And Murray scores a goal that is not only putting us back on level terms, it's actually putting us ahead in the tie. Because if things stay this way and no other goals are scored in between both ties, we go through to the next round. So that's brilliant from Riyad Mahrez. And it wasn't an insanely high XG shot either. So he's done really well to pop that into the back of the net. And we could be doubling our goal tally in this game. If we score here, it's off the woodwork. And as I said before, every goal counts so much away from home. But unfortunately, that one's just not inside of the post. But we're surely showing that we are just as good as the Celtic side, if not, we've been better in this first half, despite conceding very early on. We are getting ourselves well and truly back into the competition. Rose on the ball, playing it back into O'Connor straight after I talk about how good we've been. Maybe now they're going to attack us and show how good they can be, as they are still knocking it around with a fair bit of confidence. I can see their faces, boys and girls. They look like they're confident in their ability. Even Bernard is dribbling in. He's caused us problems today, but he hasn't managed to cause another problem. Got the assist for the first goal. By that time going for the selfish option of shooting, and it didn't trouble our goalkeeper at all. With only 10 minutes gone in this first half, if we could score one just before half-time, that would be great for us to be able to take a wee bit more of an advantage in this game, and I thought it was going to happen as Mahrez was arriving at the back post, but Scott easily collects it, but gives it straight back to us just as easily as he collected it. Klein into Koopmeiners, back into Klein. Yeah, okay, a bit of a link-up play between Klein and Koopmeiners. Don't mind it at all. And I don't mind Maupay being through, and I don't mind the finish from Maupay. 2-1 up, just as I asked. Gives us a bit more motivation in the second half to keep ourselves ahead. Try and even add to our tally. It's beautiful. It's what we needed. And I told you we were going to win this game. A shaky start. Don't think I'm going to be using the positive mentality too much more often after this result of a slight experiment that I've done. It wasn't even an experiment. It's just a poor managerial decision by myself, and we could even be adding another goal here. Maupay's got the pace. I thought he was getting on to the end of it. He hasn't got on to the end of it, though. And now Celtic could attack Christie into the man that's already scored in this game. Are we going to pick it back up? It looks like they've got a bit about them in this attacking opportunity. Forrest is through, and Forrest has blasted. Wow. What? It was... When you talk about power and not precision, I think that's a prime example. But either way, I'm thrilled with our performance in the first half. Actually, if we had conceded there, I probably wouldn't have been nearly as thrilled. And we've conceded straight away in the second half. Oh, for goodness sakes. I thought that was offside. He had so much space. Normally highlights take a wee bit longer to brew than that. But that time, it's just been a throw and then a pass and a great finish by the man that has already scored against us. A GT? He's from Switzerland, I believe. Yeah. He's a decent player, but shouldn't be scoring 2 goals against us, and certainly not be scoring that goal so easily, putting the ball over the top, knocking it into the back of the net. It's disappointing defensive effort from us, but we could be getting ourselves back into the lead. A lot of away goals, a lot of goals are being scored here in general, actually. And let's not see another one in this highlight. Actually, if it's Celtic on the ball, I don't want to see another goal. We've seen enough Football Manager. Is he getting a hat trick? He hasn't got a hat trick, but Bernard has managed to get the goal, and it's 3-2 now. 3-2. We've been taken back down to a loss in this game, and we've been dominating for the vast majority of it. However, Celtic have just taken their chances a lot better than us, and clearly got a wee bit more ability than I initially thought. So we're going to make 2 substitutions here. First one being Ward-Prowse to come off because of tiredness, and the second one is going to be who's not played well in the attack. They've all played pretty evenly average, so I'm going to make an executive decision and bring... obviously it's an executive decision. I'm the only one that makes decisions around here. We're going to bring off Salcedo, move Mahrez over to the left-hand side, play him as a winger, and play Edwards as an inside forward. He's gotten a wee bit of form back. I think he scored 2 or 3 in one game not too long ago, but still hasn't quite gotten back to the consistency that he once was at. So if he scores here, that'd be an absolutely brilliant performance by him just to get a wee bit of something back into his game. But I'm not banking on it with the opportunities that we're creating. But I don't care if the opportunities aren't involving him. But I would have loved it if that one went into the back of the net. 10 minutes to go. As things stand, we're going into the next leg down, but not completely out of it at all, as we're only 1 goal away. We've got the away goals that we needed. 2 of them, in fact. I doubt Celtic are going to be scoring that many against us. And we've... How was he offside? How was he offside? How was he offside? I was certain he was fine there. I was absolutely certain he was fine. But he's clearly offside. The goal doesn't stand, apparently. We need to see this replay. It's a great run in by Edwards after I've talked about how he needs to score goals. And no, that's very clearly offside. I'll give you that, Football Manager. 6 minutes to go if you include the additional time. And are we seeing one last highlight? We're on the attack. If we get a goal here, it is anyone's game in the next leg. In fact, it would be our advantage in the next leg. But we couldn't get the shot away there. But the chance still is brilliant. The opportunity is coming. The momentum is building. And we could still score in the last few minutes to absolutely shatter the dreams of the Celtic fans. But don't forget, even if we don't, there's another leg going on. And it's coming in this episode. But we have scored. And Maupay has put us back onto level terms. So don't even worry about it, boys and girls. You don't have to feel stressed for the second leg. We are now well and truly in the driver's seat with a 3-3 draw in this one, with the away goals that are going to help us in the second leg. But all we need to do now is win the game or not draw by 2 goals, and not lose. So that's a part of it. But I think we've done a brilliant job to come away from home, seal a great amount of goals, and seal a decent result of a 3-3 draw. It shows the current state of the club that we're thrilled with a draw away from home against Celtic. But you got to take what you can get, and in the grand scheme of things, that is a good result. So we'll take it and run. And we'll run all the way to the next game because we're facing West Ham off camera. Hopefully we get the win. They're bottom of the table. Away from home, though, I am slightly frightened. Okay, we're not done with this game. We're not even into the West Ham game yet. And we're doing a draw for who we're versing in the next rounds. That sounds about right to me. Let's work it out. If we go through to the next round, we will be facing... Don't be this. Oh, no. Please do not be Bayern or Sporting. Oh no, boys and girls. Boys and girls. It doesn't even matter what happens in the semi-final draw. Because we're going to have to verse Bayern Munich if we win this game. We may as well just not try. And then after that, I think we're going to have to verse Inter, assuming that they win, because they probably will. This has not gone well for us, boys and girls. Let's get a win against West Ham to cheer myself up. And then a win against Celtic. I've never been so much of a Sporting fan in my entire life. Boys and girls, I've got bad news and bad news. The bad news is that we're versing Bayern if we win this game. The other bad news is that we lost to West Ham. There's not a lot of good news going into this game. But if we do win it, it will be cool. It will be cool. And this is the team that we're going with for it. Maupay's keeping us a spot up top. Edwards came off the bench last game and scored against West Ham, even though we didn't win. So he's starting this game with the hopes that he will be able to make an impact in the starting 11 today. Grades on the left-hand side, Ali in the middle. Then we've got Bissouma and Cooper Miners, Lamptey, Aguine, White, Owen, and our goalkeeper in between the sticks. I've started on a positive mentality, and I have immediately regretted it because I think that is... honestly... I'd put it down to the reason why we've been doing so averagely lately. It's just the positivity. I need to be more balanced. I need to be realistic about us as a team, about myself as a person, about just everything. And right now I'm looking at things through rose tinted glasses. You know, it's not necessary. I need to be a little bit more critical of myself and think, you know, how can I actually improve? What do I need to do better? Because right now it's not good enough. But it will be good enough if we win this game. And I think it's going to happen. But whether or not it's going to happen smoothly or with an early conceding goal is another story, as we almost conceded very early on, just like we almost did, well, like we did in the last game against Celtic. However, we've managed to stay out of it. And we're still the team that looks more dominant statistically, even though they've had a chance and we haven't seen a single chance for us. But we're finally seeing one go our way, and Edwards has done a great job. Okay, he's not done a great job, actually. He's skipped past a player, shot it over his leg, and let it bounce underneath a goalkeeper who clearly doesn't have much competency or ability, because that needs to be saved. That needs to be blocked, if anything. But that certainly needs to be saved. But I'm not complaining. I am complaining. And now he's injured. I'm complaining about that, boys and girls. Okay, we're going to have to bring Celtic. No, we'll bring McAllister on, play him in the centre, and play Ali as a winger on the right-hand side. And play... No, actually, we'll do this. We'll switch them around. I back Gray more as a winger on the right-hand side and Ali as an inside forward on the left-hand side. And with only 20 minutes to go in this first half, it looks like we're doing a good job of keeping Celtic quiet in this game. They scored 3 goals against us last time, but now with the balanced mentality, we are dominating and we are going through to verse Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals. Is it the quarterfinals? I think it is the quarterfinals. Right now it's the round 16, and then it's the quarterfinals. Yeah. No, it's quarterfinals. That's a pretty good feat for a team that have never been in the Europa League or even in European football before. I believe Brighton. Brighton fans, am I wrong? I think I'm correct in saying that. I could be incorrect though. I haven't done much research on Brighton, to be honest. And in terms of the Jurgen Klopp challenge, we're actually doing quite well to keep on track. This is our second season, and it looks like we're going to be in... Oh, no, I don't think we are going to be in Champions League. Gray's just scored 3-0. We're playing amazingly. I love this. Now I can just talk to you guys. But if we get Champions League this year, we are definitely moving in the right direction. Our team is a lot better than where it was before. I back us to start competing for titles next year or the year after. This year it's just slipped here and there. But right now I'm absolutely thrilled with the performance that we're seeing on the pitch right now. And if we beat Bayern in the 2 leagues, I think that will really show that we are actually improving a lot as a football club and that we could compete in the Champions League. It's whether or not McAllister, that was filthy, mate. Rabona. But if we do manage to win that, it will show that we're good enough. It's just a matter of actually getting into the Champions League. So if we win the Europa League this year, or we get into the Champions League somehow, that is an amazing performance and keeping us well on track to complete this challenge. However, right now, neither of those things are looking 100% likely, so we need to step it up a wee bit, but still think we've done pretty well to start this series off, start this challenge off. 21 shots to the 1 for Celtic. We've clearly improved since last time we played, and we could even begin another goal here as we're on the ball. McAllister back to Owen. Owen plays it forward eventually into Cuban Mines, over to White, who clears it long. Are we going to pick it back up, or are we going to give Celtic an opportunity to get a wee bit of a taste of what it feels like to score in this game? No, we're not. It's not even a wee lick. It's just it's not even a sniff. They've completely missed the opportunity, and they are not getting a single point out of this game, not getting a single goal out of this game, and they are being knocked out of the Europa League come full-time whistle. And it's only 30 minutes away. We've made our first tactical substitution. Nathaniel Klein coming onto the pitch gets a lot of game time because he's actually been a really good signing for us. We got him on a free, and he's been a brilliant reserve right back. I have not seen a single time where I've thought he's not played well. Like he's not scoring goals for fun, but he does fine. And look, he's just put in that challenge there to absolutely write home about what I was just saying. It's brilliant. He's a great player, great signing. If you can pick him up in a free, in Football Manager this year, I would recommend it. He's a decent player, and we're making our final substitute of the game. Bissouma is going to come off, Ward-Prowse is going to come on, and we've only got 14 more minutes to hold on. And I'm pretty sure this is a real highlight because it started before I made the tactical substitution. And actually, it could be Celtic coming away with a goal. They're in, and they score. And now they're getting a good taste of what scoring feels like in this match. But I'm not nervous. We've still got a decent advantage, 2 goals ahead. I can't see them coming back into the game with the 3 shots that they've had. I think we've seen almost every single one of their shots on camera. So, yeah, we're definitely still in the driver's seat. We're definitely still going to get the win. And we're definitely still going to be versing Bayern Munich in the next episode. Don't miss that. That's world class. We just scored. Sealed the deal. Don't worry about it. It's all confirmed. If you're not subscribing to the Rex FM YouTube channel to see what is going to happen against Bayern Munich in the next round of the Europa League, I don't think I can convince you any other way. Just do it. Just subscribe. We're going to do great. It's going to be a good episode, to say the least. But now we're still finishing out what is happening here. It's 4-1 as things stand, but we could be scoring yet again. As I see Owen eyeing up a pass into Dele Alli, back into Owen, into McAllister, who blasts it forward. Not to anyone in particular, but we've picked it back up, and that's the important thing. Gray moving it forward, trying to find a pass, trying to do something. He decides to do nothing, and I kind of am upset about it, because I think now they're going to score this in this opportunity. I just have a feeling they're going to score. Frimpong puts it in. I told you. No, okay. Luckily, I was wrong. As per usual, they weren't able to score in that opportunity, but it wouldn't have mattered either way. 3 minutes of additional time. Okay. How long does this episode need to be? It's been 20 minutes. Actually, 20 minutes isn't that bad. I'll accept watching this last highlight, Football Manager. Christie into Bernard, running forward. He caused us a lot of issues in the last game. Not causing too many in this game. And the last issue that he does give us is saved comfortably. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm thinking, how many opportunities do we need to see? Unless we score here, I'm going to be absolutely fuming that we're seeing this many chances. You know, it's just not necessary. If they score, I could accept seeing this as well. I don't want them to score, but I could understand why you would show us that. But otherwise, it just doesn't need to be shown. It doesn't need to be shown. There's 30 seconds to go, and now I'm going to have to watch the full-time whistle be blown, because that's just how it works in Football Manager for some reason. Even if you're on key highlights, they're like, oh, chance of the last few minutes. I bet now you want to see the full-time whistle. No! Why? I would put it on different highlights if I wanted to see the full-time whistle being blown. Who wants to see the full-time whistle being blown? Like, I get that then it creates a bit of momentum and a bit of excitement, because, you know, there might be a chance in the last few seconds that you're not sure if it's actually a chance, or it might not be a chance. You know what I'm saying? But no. I don't want it. I would tell you if I wanted it, Football Manager, and you need to respect that. And now we are going to move on off camera and simulate a couple of games in the Premier League. No, it's just one game in the Premier League. Oh my goodness. We're jumping straight back into a game. Do I play both of them? Don't know. Do I play both, or do I simulate these three and then play these two? Because the Liverpool game is just as important. But I've got to play both of the game against Bayern. When do you ever get to play Bayern Munich in the Europa League with Brighton in your second season? We're versing Bayern Munich, and we're covering both of the games on camera in the next episode. Make sure to like this video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to the Rex FM YouTube channel so you don't miss the future daily-ish Football Manager content coming your way. And I'll see you all later.